Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome to the Wildstar closed beta. Today's video is going to be the final one for me during this closed beta for Wildstar, because I don't have that much time to play it anymore. So I've been playing for a few hours. I'm level 8. I've also done a little bit of PvP and I want to give you guys my impressions on the game so far. So let's start with graphics. You can see the city all the way back over there. Honestly, I like the graphics. I think they've done a great job about this. Everything feels polished, very crisp, very smooth. I know it's a cartoony style, but I mean, I think there's plenty of detail on the models. The world feels vibrant. It feels decently alive too. You know, you really are in this world of Wildstar. And I like the graphics. Honestly, I feel that I even prefer this to what they did with Elder Scrolls Online, and I'm going to reference Elder Scrolls Online a few times, I think, during this video. So for the graphics, I like them. I understand that these cartoony graphics are not for everyone, but me personally, I think they did a pretty damn good job of the graphics in this game, and so I definitely give it a thumbs up graphics wise. Now, a second aspect of any MMO, of course, is content, and here this is a theme park MMO 100%. So you're doing quests, you're upgrading your gear, trying to get to the maximum level. You go from quest hub to quest hub, from island to island. That's just how this game works, just like any other theme park MMO. And that's really what's holding me back on finding this game awesome all around. There are no real sandbox elements to this, from the standpoint that it needs like a working economy, that everything you do in a game, in a sandbox game, should have meaning. That's definitely not present here. But I must say there are some good parts to their content on the other hand. One of them is that you can always find something to do. So all over the world there are like stuff that I can scan here. For instance, having gone for the scientific extra path, you can also become a settler where you can build stuff and explore, where you can find a lot of other special stuff. Content is absolutely everywhere this world, because this actually does feel like a world where you're playing in. It's just jam-packed with content for you to do, with quests, with extra tasks, with special mobs and all of that stuff. So you definitely won't be bored because you're only following like a certain quest line and stuff like that. This is a good part of the content, despite the fact that I don't actually like this type of content anymore. Let's see if I can actually got rid of that one pretty quickly. Another aspect of their content that I do like is that they have a clear plan. So they have an idea with where they want to go with Wildstar. They have 40-man raids, they have the PvP battlegrounds, so you can grind for your PvP gear, or you can go and raid for the best PvE gear. I know, again, you know, this is not my preferred content, but they have a clear plan. Personally, I think adding 40-man raids and even like 80-man bosses, which would be the like very final boss at release, would be like an 80-man thing that you need to do. This is going to add to the longevity, and this is going to keep hardcore players a little bit more interested in this game. So I think that content-wise, at least this game has a little bit more of a chance than what we saw with... let's see if we can take care of all of these guys quickly. And boom for a stun, and then just
double kill, triple
kill them off. Alright, that worked. At least they have a plan, and there is a lot of content just in the world like this, and they have a plan for endgame, which are 40-man raids. These should be decently tricky. It should take some time for a good amount of people to actually complete these, and this could just help keep people in the game, in my opinion. So yeah, content wise, you know, it's not my preferred content, but I have to say there's a lot of it and they have a plan, and that is one aspect that I must give them a credence for. So personally, I'm just okay with what they did with Wildstar. Content-wise, it's not really what's going to keep me in the game personally, but I do think it's got some potential, at least for people that are looking for a classical MMO to sink time in. After that, we have gameplay. Here, I think they have something pretty unique. And the gameplay, you've seen me kill a few mobs, you've seen me do this in PvP as well. It's definitely not something that I've come across before. It feels challenging, surprisingly enough, I must say. That is one thing. Go away. That surprised me here. It's fun, it's active, it's fast-paced, it's a lot of action. And it's unique. This is something that they definitely said that they wanted to achieve with Wildstar, is to have like a fun... What the fuck? Can't I grab that anymore? For some reason? Well, there are still some bugs around, but okay. Let's continue to... Actually, let's walk back towards the city, see if we can find some people over there. But yeah, the gameplay is pretty unique, it's pretty fun. I can see how they can make this quite challenging in stuff like dungeons and raids and stuff like that. And so I do think that the gameplay is actually a plus here. I'm not bored playing this game. I'm not completely bored out of my mind, which I was with Elder Scrolls Online from the very first moment I did some combat in there. It just felt unresponsive, it felt slow. And quite limiting here, because you have to move away from the mobs. They have their own telegraphs, you have your telegraphs, your abilities are on a decently low cooldown. You feel like you're constantly doing something in order to try to do whatever the combat is you're doing in a better way. So yeah, I do think that the combat is actually a thumbs up here again. This is definitely unique, and it felt fun, at least to me, for the first few hours. If they manage to keep the boredom out, I think that's a great plus in an MMO. So yeah, I like that. And then finally, one thing that I like about this as well is some of the extras that you have here. You will actually have a functional housing in the game at launch. That's a pretty good one. Honestly, that's going to keep some people around as well. If you give people something to get attached to, that can only help with the longevity of the game. And so yeah, the fact that they added housing, I think, is also only a plus. And then finally, they also have a cred system that is going to work just like Plex. This should help them a little bit with gold spammers. It should help them a little bit also with keeping people interested. It's an extra goal that they can give for themselves, you know, try to pay for your account while playing, just like some people do in EVE Online, even with multiple accounts. So yeah, that's also a little bit of a plus to the game. So at the moment, personally, I'm not convinced, just because I love EVE Online so much, I love sandboxes so much. But if you're looking for an MMO to sink some time in, that is fun to play, that's got a ton of content, and that is a classical MMO, a classic theme park MMO. This Wildstar game, honestly, it feels to me like this is a game with potential, that is going to be fun to play, that's gonna have its challenge, and that at least has a good plan and enough content to last for a little bit, which honestly I feel that ESO is going to have a serious problem on that. Here in Wildstar, I give this game a good chance to last for a good amount of time, just because this feels like a finished game, this feels like a finished product. Everything is crisp, everything is responsive, it's chock full of content, and this is only like the first area quest hub that I'm in right here. So yeah, I think they did a pretty damn good job on the Wildstar so far. I mean, something needs to happen in EVE Online for me to purchase this on launch, but it's not a game that I would warn people away from, which ESO was from the betas. I knew that it was definitely not worth my money. I'm expecting a complete Star Wars MMO repeat there. here in Wildstar, I think they have something unique. I think they have something polished, and I think they actually have a chance with this MMO. If you're thinking of starting a new one, it would be Wildstar that I would recommend if you're looking for a theme park, that is. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this Wildstar beta weekend, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.